Hello, everybody, and welcome to All on the Table. I'm Jen Giggles, and today we're going to be playing Secrets of Small Gods. I am your game master for this particular adventure. We are changing this particular game's start time. We're looking to start around 4:30 to 4:45 Eastern time because real life schedules have changed for some of us, making it a little harder to get here for our old start time. We're going to be done no later than 6:30 Eastern time so that we can get everybody else's real life schedules happening. So we're going to be running a little bit shorter, a little bit faster. Just changes up some things I'll be doing as game master. Doesn't really affect your fun watching us. Let's bring it in. As you, all of our wonderful companions. As you know, we've had a couple of member changes over the course of the show. Unfortunately, Gwendolyn was not able to continue joining us. So it is just going to be a new player and new character in that role. And we'll come back to them in a moment. But first up, we've got on the controls, Matt.
The ones and twos.
Howdy, everybody. I am Matthew R. Dawson, a.k.a. Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets, the Instas, the TikToks, and pretty much everywhere else. Today, I'm playing Tybal Toldrum. Both he and my pronouns are he, him. And, yeah, other than this game, you can always find me over on Random Rhapsody here on Twitch and on YouTube. So come by, say hi. That's it for me.
All right, and I'm Billy Schultz, and when I'm not making the game start time later because of real world schedules, I'm also having computer problems for the first half hour, making it start even later than that. So that's where you can find me causing mischief. I am playing Lila Dimglade. She is a 700-year-old witch. We both use she, her pronouns. And when I'm not making everybody wait to play fun role-playing games, I also sometimes do a podcast about horror movies called Nothing to Fear that comes out casually because we don't do it weekly anymore. But that's it for me.
Hi, I'm Tensei. I actually like it shorter and faster. I'm playing everybody's favorite jacked kitsune Ishimao.
So many things I could say there. So many things.
Let us introduce our new player, Spy, who she is playing a new character and can do a quick introduction, and we'll go from there.
Hello, my name is Spy. I am the notoriously non-existent person. My pronouns are she, they. And I'm going to be playing Holly Krabappel, beloved goblin baker who has never done anything that would cause her to be watched by the state.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
I believe you.
Yeah, I believe you too.
All right. So we are starting out here, as you all can see, just the lovely Secrets of Small Gods logo. Provided Roll20 is functioning, we're all going to wind up on the map.
If it's not functioning, I'll take the blame for that too. I'm having the gremlin issues this week, so.
There we go. We should all now see the very large map for the entirety of the inland sea, the inner sea area where most of the Galarian stories are set. And if you scroll down, you'll see a space called the Golden Road, and underneath that, the M'Wangi Expanse. M'Wangi Expanse is on the continent of M'Wangi. The Golden Road, Impossible Lands, and M'Wangi Expanse are all part of that continent. That continent is going to be ignored by me personally. And we're going to do a new mode, something that we've never done on the show before. We're going to do exploration mode to get through the M'Wangi Expanse. The reason for this is the M'Wangi Expanse is based on Africa and the African cultures, and I don't happen to own that book. And I don't want to use the old information from first edition and completely be bad about it. It's not like, I've never studied enough to know. And so I'm going to be very polite and just ignore it. We're going to move on to a different area. But in order to do that, we got to do exploration mode. So the first thing that's got to happen is our team is down here. They were outside of the shackles off the coast, way, way down here in the bottom corner of everything in the Garnasta archipelago, which I invented it. It's not in the official documents. And upon leaving that, they have sailed into this area right around here, and up one of the rivers to Nanta Mbu. And from this location is where they will start their explorations. Unfortunately, there's only 3 of them. They are visiting a local bakery.
Never done anything illegal.
A local bakery in order to, get some supplies for the trip. Because, you got to buy your hardtack somewhere.
Sure do.
And
boy.
thus, we know that Holly works at that particular bakery.
Yes. It's called Holly's Hot Cakes. They do not actually serve hot cakes. They serve bread. They serve different kinds of bread. Sometimes, if you're lucky, some of the bread gets a little bit crusty, so you can get a baguette.
Mhm.
But normally it is bread.
Mhm.
And it is infamous. It has a very secret recipe. It
Oh,
removes the salt.
Oh, so it's terrible bread.
Exactly.
Oh,
This is the worst hardtack you have ever smelled in your life.
This is absolutely just bland. Man, oh man.
Welcome to Holly's Hot Cakes. I'm Holly.
wow. This bread is certainly it's something, all right.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
boy.
lie. It looks more like the cobblestones back from El Absalom.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
what a
just-
journey to get here, but we don't need to go into how we got here. It was a good time, though, Tybal. Hey, all the adventures we had getting down here.
Oh, it was amazing. I spent most of my time on the boat just working on crafting and stuff. You bugged old Ishii up and down the thing constantly.
I
It was hilarious.
Sure did.
You
So
are
fun.
you are driving the boat next time. You should know how to do it after all of that.
Wow. Yeah, I'm more of a backseat driver, of course. I don't like to sit up front. Oh, this cough is in character now. Oh, good.
Oh
okay,
man,
well,
some of the other
Lila, you need a
patrons,
lozenge.
I need to get a lozenge chip in here. Okay. Do you have any bread flavored lozenges there, Holly? Is that how you
no,
say
but
it?
I got some. Yeah, that's how you say it. I got some honey candy you can suckle on. I guess.
That's great. Thank you. Yes, I'll take one package.
I never want to hear the
sure.
words suckle in relation to Lila ever again.
If you need me, I'll be suckling over here just on my own.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of any history. I am also sorry to eavesdrop. So it sounds like you all are adventurers.
I mean,
Yeah.
we kind of use that term loosely, but we are indeed pathfinders.
Gotcha.
For the record, the Pathfinder Society is well known. They have explorers in almost every major city. They have chapter houses all over the place, hunting down the history of this world, because it is so old that when I tell you this group of people recently prevented one of the companions of Cthulhu, one of the old gods, from being summoned back to the world, they did.
Hell yeah, we did. What the hell, video ninja?
Yeah.
We sure did.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Pathfinders. I have feelings that I don't think would be very appetizing right now.
Mm.
So I hope you're enjoying your meals. If you have any further questions, I'm Holly. I'm the manager of this bakery, and also like one of the only two people working here. And yeah. She awkwardly shuffles around the room, trying to see like how she can just go back to the counter after noticing that nobody was really enjoying her special recipe.
I mean, bread without salt it's a wild take, but you know, I guess it works for you. I've never been to this continent before, so I don't know how they do things over here.
That is a
Oh,
very good question.
I'm not from around here either. I'm from like the woods.
Ty kind of looks back towards the window because it looks to me in the M'Wangi Expanse, there's a lot of trees. Like a lot
Yeah.
of trees. And so Ty just kind of looks back at the window, looks at all that, and says, sure, that tracks. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of came here looking for supplies. We were actually traveling through the expanse and making our way to Line. What's the name of the city? I can't remember.
You're heading back to Absalom.
That's it. We're heading back to Absalom, and it's just been a pain in the ass. But we need some more food and some supplies and that sort of thing. And, well, seems like you just kind of have the only place around. So, do you have anything that actually, tastes not like a stone? Maybe?
This is my secret recipe. It's supposed to taste like rocks.
Why is that? Does it offer some sort of health benefit for it to taste like rocks?
Because, like, it reminds everybody of their childhoods, right?
This should remain a secret.
Yeah, some secrets should die.
Yeah, that logic just ain't kind of going all the way around here.
All right, then. What would you recommend I put in this bread? Huh? Cayenne?
No, not cayenne. What are you
well-
talking about?
I mean, it. Maybe.
Holly, why are you a baker if you're so bad at it? Like, how long have you been doing this?
Enough. What are you, a cop?
No, I'm not a cop. I'm a pathfinder. Also,
Yeah.
you know that I'm not because you asked me directly and I said no. If I was a cop, I would have had to say yes. So, I'm not a cop.
Holly eyes you up.
I just, without breaking eye contact, another candy just.
That's just disturbing.
Listen, I make other things too. They don't all need to be my bread.
What else do you make? What else you got?
Candies, various kinds of spiced meats.
Oh, okay.
I make an adequate goblin spaghetti.
Goblin spaghetti.
Yeah, it's a
Tell us more.
Bebe Doic style, I think was the name of the chef.
Sure. That sounds like a chef name.
Do you want any?
Yeah, you got some? Let me see it. What am I looking at here?
Hot dog! She runs back to the kitchen, and about 10 minutes later,
Tybalt, I'm very scared.
Maybe we should just move on and try to forage in the woods.
Maybe, but the reason I feel like we're having such a long conversation with someone, they might not go away so easy if we just start leaving. They might follow us around for the next, I don't know, hour or so.
I mean,
This is their store. I don't
Yeah.
think they'll leave if
Yeah.
we leave.
What are the odds they're just gonna keep following us? Like we can just step out the door right now while they're in the kitchen.
No, I kind of want to see what this spaghetti is all about. I'm
She comes out.
curious.
She comes out holding a plate, and on the plate is some magnificent tomato sauce
Okay.
with like some fried noodles underneath that you can very clearly tell were some form of annelid at some point in the past.
Oh, this is worm spaghetti. Oh, you call this worms? This is what you call worm spaghetti. We
Yeah,
have
the
this in
baby
the
goat
swamp
made
all the time. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's an
Give it-
entire book about how to eat fried worms out there.
Yeah,
A
don't worry
few,
about this.
actually.
Yeah, this looks great. And
It's just like I
Lila
made
will-
as a kid, except
take
I
a
made the
plate.
sauce better.
yeah, what's in the sauce? You got a beautiful tomato looking like marinara or something. Oh boy.
Yeah, tomato, basil, sugar, bit of
Ooh, this sounds great.
paprika, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It seems to be the best seller.
Yeah, this
People
is
just want the sauce and they put it on the bread, and
oh,
you know,
yeah.
I don't understand where that's coming from, but I'm glad that people are enjoying the food.
Have you ever thought about making the bread like you make it flat, right? You in a flat plane, like a circle or a square, and then you put the sauce just on top of that.
I never really thought about that because, like,
Just give it a try.
It's
At
a
that
delicacy in Absalom. It's amazing.
Mm,
They
it's
put
really
a little
good.
bit of cheese on top of that, a little basil. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just out of this world.
All right. So how is this sauce? Like, is it good? It feels like it's good. Sounds like it's good. The
she actually
spaghetti's
did.
good. Yeah. No.
The sauce is palatable. Like,
Wow. This is
she
great.
is a good chef for a goblin who happens to be from an environment where salt wasn't like common.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get you some salt, and we're gonna make sure you can cook with this stuff. And let me tell you, it's gonna change your world.
Sure. I mean,
Don't worry.
business is kind of slow. This is like a slow month for business where kind of like not many people come back here. I didn't really want some place with a lot of foot traffic anyway, but you
Yeah.
might die around here if you go too deep into those woods.
I mean, I don't know if you heard earlier, but we actually stopped an avatar of Cthulhu or whoever from coming back. So
Well, hold on now, Lila. Hold on.
what's happening?
There's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of intel. I always prefer to know what I'm walking into, especially when whatever I'm walking into tends to bite me. So, yeah, if you can give us a little more details on this place we're going into, I would certainly appreciate it.
Well, I'm a bit of an expat here myself. I've been moving the business from place to place. I'm not so familiar with the area as I am good at handling myself in combat, good at recognizing danger.
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear you Pathfinders are good at what you do, but at the same time, like, you just fought an avatar of a god once.
And live to tell the tale. Okay.
Once.
Well,
Ryan?
I mean,
How many times you got going on? What makes you so great?
We don't have to talk about this. I'm just saying I'm willing to help out here. If you're willing to let me.
I'm willing to let you. You make more spaghetti sauce and we got a deal.
Absolutely. Besides, we were getting condemned soon anyway.
Condemned? Condemned is it? Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that F on your window, that's a grade about your that's not that's not part of the decor. That's from the health inspector. Oh my god. We shouldn't have come in here.
yeah.
I mean, I'm still legally allowed to sell food right now. It's just people keep
Okay.
doing what you're doing and say that I need to change my recipes.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
they're probably right, but I don't want to do that.
All right.
Tybal very stealthily stomps on a cockroach and kind of pushes it back behind the table.
Oh yeah, those were escaped ingredients. Sorry that you had to see that.
Lila, I'm not gonna lie, this place just is right up your alley.
This is just like being back home. Honestly, this reminds me of the swamp. So
Yeah.
much.
It's
Holly,
protein. Students don't love 'em.
come on, let's go find where we gotta explore. You come with us.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oma, shop's yours. Here's the keys. If I don't make it back, you never met me. And if anybody asks, run.
What an interesting character.
I'm just gonna exchange looks with Ishii.
Look, it's being condemned. This problem will fix itself.
All right. You guys head to other locations to buy up your supplies. You get yourselves ready and you start traveling, right? In the exploration mode, basically you got to tell me what you want to do while you're exploring. Like, avoid notice. Do you want to be really defending against everything? Do you want to be detecting magic everywhere? Do you want to follow the expert? As in, if somebody's an expert and they're really good at survival, are you going to be following them? Scouting, searching, hustle. Do you want to move fast? Do you want to take time to investigate things?
Hang on, Jen. Sorry to cut you off. Could we, Lila? I'm old. I got an old brain. Tybal, Ishii, could you remind me what we're looking for? What are we doing here? Why are we here in the first place? I'm happy to look quiet or stealth or however, but what are we here for?
We apparently decided to take a shortcut to get to Absalom by cutting through the largest continent on the planet.
Sure.
Your instructions actually were to find a to find a cult that is somewhere up here in the at the top of the up here somewhere.
Gotcha.
And they don't know anything more. That somewhere up in the mountains up there is that there's a cult, and the only real there's two ways to get there, and coming from the M'Wangi Expanse would be the least likely way they would expect somebody to show up. So,
all right. So we're looking for this cult. Okay. Well, I don't know if our friend, maybe our friend knows something about it, or we can be on the lookout for signs of the activity. I don't know. What do you think we should do?
Well, we got to get through the M'Wangi Expanse to get to the mountains of the Golden Road. So that's our first thing. That's what we're trying to figure out what we're doing right now. We're going to be exploring our way through the Expanse.
Okay.
So I could do one of two things. I could scout, but also I could just avoid notice and keep us stealthy.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I think I'd like to, keep an eye out for cultish activities and signs, maybe like odd sigils or tokens or, word of mouth about like figures meeting in the forest or whatever, local rumors and secrets.
I mean, is this area dangerous? We are dealing with a cult. We probably shouldn't be slowing down.
I guess so.
I mean, it's no more dangerous than any other cult-infested, like, water forest. I think they call them, like,
Swamp
jungles or rainforests, I think.
A rainforest.
I've been many places. I don't know what it's one of those fancy forests.
Oh. Okay. What do you know about cult activity? You got cult on your brain?
Is there anything I would know about this?
Yeah.
in this case, no. There's nothing you would directly know about this. At least not this particular cult. They're not. It's not. it's not something that you would have had any interaction with, but it's kind of there. So, but all right. So what are you guys just basically following the expert to move through the jungle until you get closer?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Are you the
All
expert,
right.
Holly?
Yes.
Who has the best survival?
Oh boy.
I'm at 6. Probably not me.
Yeah, I'm at 5.
-1.
4.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. I
Hey, Ishi, that's pretty good. 20 is
That's
good, isn't it?
that's not bad. That's
Not bad.
A
So
regular
you're
synthetic 20.
basically you guys are going well. So everything's working. You're here where you should be. And we're going to drop you over here onto the map. You're at the bottom section of the map.
Hello, Matt.
I'm just revealing the areas that you've already come to as you move forward. Like most jungles, there's water everywhere, so you'll eventually come across some. And your feet are probably already wet.
Not mine. I got my hip waders on from the last time.
So
I'm good.
I'm just going to go Tarzan, but tree to tree.
okay.
Because you're a nimble little kitty.
Exactly.
All right. So you guys have gone really well. Things are going great. So you're all going to get a +1 bonus to your next check.
Ooh,
Nice.
very good.
So-
So can I be on the lookout for any cultish type activities?
Yeah.
Signs, sigils,
Yeah. Right around here, there's not much. Not really anything you see.
No. I assume we're walking like this is like a montage kind of mode.
Yeah, that's because I was getting
That's
ready to
kind of what
ask.
it is.
Yeah, there's no
Yep.
cults in the expanse. We're going to the cult through the
I
expanse.
understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I cleared up.
This is a travel montage. Things may or may not be useful that you might find along the way.
Hakuna Matata style.
Well, I'm
Gotcha.
scouting. Ishi is
Okay.
taking the lead.
So where are you go? What direction are you guys going to travel through this area right here? You all have like limited visuals. I mean, it is a jungle. You can kind of see to like here.
Yeah, is it really overgrown and dark? Like we're on like the ground floor. Like it's like classic jungle.
You're on the
no
ground
light.
floor, classic jungle. Yeah. Like-
I'll hand over the ever burning torch to Ishi. That way we can have light.
Yeah, I can get some dancing lights going on this here too.
Don't give that to me.
Oh, don't.
I'm about to turn into a fox. Don't.
Okay, well I'll
Here,
It's
you
I'll do some
Lala.
dancing
You
lights.
okay, Lala? You do that.
Let's get some lights in this bitch.
Yeah, if you all are having some cult problems,
There's no cult here. There's no cult here. We're traveling to where the cult is.
Yeah. Okay.
well, that means that if you are trying to keep an eye on them, they are probably trying to keep an eye on you. Granted, I don't know which cult it is. I'm going through like every single one in the back of my head. Like the cult of the double genius, the mysterious magnificent Madison Mystery crew or something.
That's a hard one
Venice
to remember.
Connects. They're
Yeah.
probably my favorite of the cults that I found around here.
Yeah, they seem good. Well, I don't see any cult stuff, so I'm gonna light up this area a little bit more. If they want to come and find us, we can handle it. I'm confident.
We got like hundreds of miles between us and them. I think we can be just trying to get through this jungle, and then once we get close to where they are, that's when we'll get more stealthy and worry about whether or not they're looking for us.
Ishi, did you say you were gonna turn into a fox?
Yes.
What's happening with this all of a sudden?
She turns into a fox. A little, like, just regular fox, but black.
Oh, he said he was gonna do it, and he did it. That's amazing. All right. Well, can you sniff us away through this jungle? Ishi?
All right.
Discord probably didn't pick that up too well.
I picked it up a
some of
little bit.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, it's really dark still. I guess my lights can't really reach too far.
That's okay. I've got to get to the right spot to start revealing again. So hang on.
All right. Hang on. It takes a minute for my lights to warm up if I haven't used them for a while. There we go. Now it's starting to brighten up.
Yeah. It's catching up here. So you got this. This whole thing is kind of working. It's really weird that the map is not revealing the edges of it. The heck. Thank you, Roll20. You're being wonderful. All right, so how are you guys crossing this? This you guys seeing there's a river here. You gotta cross this thing. What are you guys gonna do to cross it?
You got a river. I mean, Ishi has a grappling hook.
I do have a grappling hook.
I don't. Oh, there we go.
I've got swim fins, a potion of water breathing. I can spell my way.
How long does this go? Oh, it is 100 feet. 100 feet of grappling hook.
Can you use that if you're a little fox?
Probably not well.
No, you don't have opposable thumbs anymore. You cannot.
You see the little fox holding it, and Ty just walks over. Give me that. What the hell are you doing?
It's like got a foot on like the I don't know, gun parts, the like handle, and like a whole paw is like in on the trigger, batting it. I hit my microphone. I'm sorry.
Ty just snatches that. What the hell are you doing? You don't have thumbs. Think about what you're doing.
We're experts, I promise you, Holly. We know what we're doing. Okay.
Oddly
Your
enough,
generation is not doing too well.
we are oddly more efficient than we seem.
All right. What's this across the river here? We got some.
There's some rocks. There's some rocks there. There's one. There's like one tree right here, and there's just this clearing a little bit right on the edge of the water.
Okay.
Over here, that's that there's these giant rocks, like huge boulders, and you're like, that looks like part of like an old road, actually.
Is it like are they tall? Like, because
they are
top down, so it's like a big thing.
They're not super tall. It's not like they're 16 stories tall kind of thing.
Okay.
They're unfortunately getting things lower than the ground level is really hard in my map making program.
Yeah.
So it's more like they look like they are kind of ramping up for like a bridge, because the river gets very, very wide over here.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Off screen. So it would have been like a raised up one.
Yeah, hang on. I want to see if this I just want to look across the river here. I want to if I can get this part revealed and see if there's like less rocks to contend with.
Yeah, you can actually see the flatness of what used to be a road through here. It's still raised up a little bit, but it's much flatter.
Okay, so we want to come over here.
We want to cross over here, maybe, Tybo.
Yeah, absolutely. We do it wherever it's shortest. I'll line up a tree. I have Ishi's crossbow. Ka-ching!
For our viewers, if you don't know, there were I'm not sure how it is down in the Congo and other parts of Africa, but in the Amazon, the Incas and their predecessors had literally raised up roads with rocks that were massive, like mounds. They've gone down, and like now they're on like 30, 40 foot high hills to walk up. But they used to be huge roads that ran everywhere and fed the entire empire. So it's really kind of cool. So I'm applying a little bit of that here.
Cool.
Well, there we go. We shoot it across. I imagine it goes right around the tree and latches, and everyone can start climbing across.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, the real answer to can I smell things is I do have imprecise scent at 30 feet as a form of like vision while in this form.
All right, so you're all going to cross?
Yep.
It's just me and
Yep.
you now.
Yes.
What's up, everybody?
I
right.
imagine Ty's kind of the last one because he's holding around the tree to keep it steady so everyone can climb across. And then once it's time, he'll just kind of run and jump and let the thing pull him across.
All right,
All right.
so set yourselves up on the other side, please.
All right, I cross in this river. Wow, get out of my way. I almost stepped on that little fox.
No, my thing is.
You know when a cat winds itself
Okay.
between your legs while you're in the kitchen? You're like, ah!
I just imagine the
All
little
right.
fox crawling across the rope, just hanging upside down.
Do it upside down like a sloth style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that was fun.
Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Oh God. Okay.
Whoa.
There are this is representative of, you know, a few random fights you've had across the jungle, right? This is not the first one. It won't be the last one.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Should we be
Sorry, Billy, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, should we be down any spell slots or anything then? Oh, not a great one.
No. I don't worry. That's not worried about during exploration mode. Once combat's over, it's not really a big deal. You probably only experience one every other day as you travel, kind of thing.
I gotcha.
Oh, look, it's another snapping fly trap. You guys have fought one of these before.
We have.
Does this pop up right after we get across the river, or did we have?
No.
Were we walking along a little bit?
Basically, you guys milled about, making sure everybody was back and, you know, was feeling good after having gotten across, and then
Okay.
the thing sends out its whips in a sneak attack.
Then I am
So
not
the first
rolling.
turn that
Okay, so I'm
in
not
this
rolling
case, the first attack does go against Ty because Ty is now standing closest to it.
that. Misses.
And misses, yes. But this is how you realize that there's something there.
Okay.
So now I've got to roll its initiative. Just a second.
I was just trying to figure out if I was rolling stealth or perception, but it's perception.
Here we go. And
Right then.
turn order. Yeah. Ishi, you're first.
Okay, cool.
I'm
I
not
will
in
take-
there.
Yeah. I think you only rolled a perception check. You didn't roll an initiative check, Ty.
That would do it.
Well,
Yep.
it's the same thing either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
fine.
add you in. It's manual. Don't worry about it. I'll add it.
I thought I hit the initiative button, but maybe I didn't. Oh well.
What was I looking at? Oh right. I have to spend an action to change back.
Yeah, that's just
And then we're gonna move right up on it. And we're gonna take an axe and just try and hack the whole body off.
Okay.
A 26.
That does hit. That does hit.
Does it hit?
That is not a
critically?
crit. It is not a
Okay.
crit, but it does hit.
Only 8 damage.
Okay. All right, now it is Ty's turn.
Okay. Yeah, so that's irritating that this thing just came and jumped out right at us. Didn't even give me a time to pull out my weapon. So I'm going to pull out my short sword Cat's Claw as my first action. And then I would like to attempt to tumble through.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's
Oh,
an
it's almost good,
acrobatics
actually.
check. That's a 24.
Yeah, that lets you tumble through.
Absolutely, it does. I would end up right here where it's still technically black. So if you could give me.
I'll bring that up in just a second.
Thank you, ma'am. And in return, in addition to that, now that it's flat-footed, well, it may be, I don't know, but if it is, here's my attack with. Well, I hit the wrong one, but it's actually. I'm going to redo it. Yeah, sorry, 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Is it that a critical as a 21? No. Okay.
No.
So that's 8 points of piercing damage plus an additional 2 points of poison if it's susceptible.
Okay. Double check. Yep, it's definitely susceptible to poison.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Okay, so I'm just kind of standing there right on the opposite side of this thing. My dueling cloak is over my shoulder, my cat's claw is out, and I'm just ready to take this thing. That's my turn.
Okay. And now it goes. And it is going to attack Ty. Because Ty is nasty and hurt it the most.
What are you talking about? I ain't nasty.
Is that a critical hit?
No, not close. You gotta beat a 24 to hit, or you gotta get a 34 right now if you want to crit me.
Okay, so that's 4 points of piercing and 2 points of acid damage.
Ow!
Ooh. Oh.
It then does also lash out at Ishi and at Ty. It's whipping its vine back and forth.
I whip my vine back and forth. I whip my vine back and forth.
Okay. And that puts it to Holly's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to try to elemental strike at the closest part of the plant available.
Okay.
And because I don't want to destroy the forest, I'm going to try to focus on using wind.
I mean, it is a plant creature.
Yeah, I know fire is probably the smart thing, but it's surrounded by plant.
I mean,
Don't do anything with spread.
Green.
Pretty
Okay.
wide.
Like just being like real science. Green plant life is generally green because it is filled with water
yes.
and is therefore hard to catch on fire.
Yeah. So, like, this is very wet area. It's not going to be a lot of fire. There's going to be almost no, if any, spread.
Cool. Then in that case, yeah, I'm gonna go use a fire-based strike right to whatever's closest.
Okay.
If
So
not
have
one
you
of the
move up?
existing wounds. What's that?
Have you move up? Okay. Perfect. Go ahead.
And then I'm still new to the system, so I'm trying to figure out where.
So you have an unarmed
Yeah.
strike on your character sheet.
Mhm.
Click that.
Oh, okay.
Everyone, get out of my way. Ooh, okay.
Unarmed fist.
Yep.
I think that's a good roll.
And let's see. Yep, that hits. So that is 8 bludgeoning damage. It's not a critical. But then you also do your elemental fist, which as a key strike. So now your key strike damage is fire based. So you'd have to roll your key strike damage. That's under your spells on the character sheet.
Thank you.
1d6.
Oh,
So 1d6. So I'm not sure why it's the annoyance of
Probably have to add it in manually.
yeah. Unfortunately, some of the annoyance with the character mancer and the stuff on Roll20. My plan is to move to Foundry for the next game. I have lots of things that can go into Foundry now, so.
I am a big fan of Foundry for Pathfinder.
Oh, that'll be nice. So we've got all of that. So 3, now it is weak against fire, which, if I remember right, weakness does that much extra because you hit it with that. So that is half its remaining health.
That's 3. Oh, hell yeah.
In one hit, you took out half its remaining health.
Holly looks way more serious than her goofy demeanor whenever she fires the blow.
Whoa.
She just takes a wide stance and just not quite 1-inch punching it, but still hammers straight for the part of the plant that she was hitting.
Yep. So your key strike is a 1 action. And you spend 1 of your focus points to do so. And then because this is Pathfinder, you had to step up to get closer, so that's 1 action. And now you've used your second action to key strike. You have a 3rd action remaining. You can key strike again if you wish, or you can just hit it normally.
You can move out of the way too if you want.
Yep, you could even move back if you wanted to back away from the vine.
I mean, it looks like it's not doing too well, right?
No, it is well below half its health right now.
Then I'm gonna punch again.
Okay.
So that's another arm fist.
Attack number 2.
So use you got to use the number 2 button on it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that is a 15. It does successfully block you with one of its leaves or vines, preventing you from actually hitting its body. Doesn't really do any damage.
Can I remind that it is technically pincered?
Or flanked.
It is flanked. That does not matter for this particular attack.
Okay. Just figured I'd remind you. Gotta try, you gotta try.
It never hurts to make sure, because you could be right on the edge and that would put you over.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then it is now Lila's turn.
All right, this looks pretty over brushy, but can I move to here without incurring penalties?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to worry about the brush levels. A lot of that's just supposed to represent the trees overhead. Depending on where you are in the jungle, it could be really open or it could be really just tight and hard to get through. So I'm not going to worry about it too much in this space.
Well, okay, so I don't want to set any of you on fire, but I do want to set this thing on fire. So 1 action to move and 2 actions for burning hands. DC 16 reflex.
Yeah. Lovely.
Dodge this plant.
The reflex is really low, so mostly low.
Oh, fuck off.
But it still takes half damage.
Which, yeah. This is some flexible plant. Oh my gosh.
Hey, remember when Ishi was talking about the fact that everything around here is filled with water? I imagine that thing is too.
So you still take away, again, half of its remaining health.
So if we just keep knocking it down by half of its health, eventually we'll never ever kill it.
It's like casting gravity in Final Fantasy. Half your health. Half your health.
Half your health.
Eventually, you'll deal 1 and kill it, but
Yeah.
Because minimum damage is always 1.
Yeah, there you go. All right, 12.
Back to
That's
the
me.
top of the order. It is Ishii again.
well, we're gonna keep hacking at the stem of this thing and trying to cut off its head from the ground.
Okay.
Fight number 1, 22.
That hits.
Damage number 1, 7.
It is still standing. It is still standing.
You got this,
But
buddy.
you have it so that it's the stem is over, is like almost, it's just over halfway cut through. So another good blow and it will fall over.
Yeah, he's gonna take the axe and like rip it out and go way back and just hard swing. I made a button for power attacks.
Nice.
That hits.
Except that I hit the wrong button.
Oh, you got to roll again then. That does not hit.
That's unfortunate.
It grabs it. It gets a vine up and smacks the axe out of the way, so it doesn't take the damage.
Way back, swing all the way around. Just completely miss.
It's right
Oh,
over
yes.
your head. As a small goblin, it's right over Holly's head. Ty's turn.
Holly does that thing where like a small sliver of hair just like the
It's
tip of it
the
comes
top
off.
of you. Mhm.
It's gonna cause such split ends later, but
Oh,
no
no.
damage.
From the other side of the creature, you just hear Ty yell, "That's why I always stay as far away as possible."
Yeah, you don't
And
want to
it
stand
is
next
Ty's
to him.
turn to attack now.
It is
Really,
Ty's
it
turn.
is best practice.
And that's what makes me different.
Oh, you
That's
know
okay,
what?
kid, you'll learn.
The last turn, I forgot to apply my sneak attack damage. That
You
should-
did,
Oh,
but
well.
guess what? It's too late now.
I know.
Yeah.
I just realized it by looking at the actual character sheet. It's okay. It's still flanked. It's still flat-footed. Here's a cat's claw.
And it's still in
Ugh.
spit range, but that's a miss.
Yeah, that is a
Meow.
miss. Attack number 2, 24.
That's a hit.
There we go. Does that should be sneak attack as well? So
It doesn't matter. You have severed it from the stem.
damn
is
it!
dead.
I want my sneak attack.
You go in there and you just go with your short sword, and you literally splinter apart the last of the stem, and it just kind of collapses and lolls over on its side.
Hey, we did it.
Haha.
This just calls for a candy.
Oh. Well, thank you, Lila. I will absolutely take that candy.
Enjoy it. See, I made a button for suckling candy.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Oh, this is the wrong keyboard.
I love Roll20's ability to make buttons for everything.
Yeah.
It is the only real good thing that they have going for them.
Yeah. That and dynamic lighting when you can get it to work right is pretty
Yeah.
good.
I skipped it. I did pay for 1 month and tested it, and it was worthless, and so I just never used it again.
It's not,
Couldn't get it
it's
to
not
work.
easy to use. It's not intuitive at all.
Couldn't get it to work, so I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep paying for something that's that hard to use. All right, so you guys keep moving along.
I do want to harvest a few more of those tentacles off that thing. I
Yeah.
harvest 2 from the last one. I'm going to harvest 2 for this one. And on the next downtime, or the next time we camp, I'm going to be working on something.
Sure.
Oh,
You guys are camping for a few days as you move along. You've been traveling now for probably about a week or two up the jungle, and you know that there should be a excuse me, a village coming up near where you're supposed to be. Probably another day or two ahead. And what you're, and so you have all the time to make what you need.
Perfect. I'm gonna make that absolutely. I'm just sending it to you, but basically what I'm making out of this is a any length rope.
Okay. This is massive. This map is massive. And when I say that, this is the biggest one I have ever made in my entire time of making maps. That wasn't like, oh, it's a world map. No, this is a huge map. I'm gonna bring you guys over here. I'm gonna grab your characters just a second. So you guys are on a big blank map right now. You can't see anything. The fog of war is turned on. I do like the fog of war. And so I'm going to reveal for you the area you are in. There you go. This map is at least 60 squares.
Wow, that's a big map.
It's a huge map. It's a huge map.
Sometime I should show you my Curse of Strahd board. I have a full-length map of Barovia. That's to scale.
Oh.
It is huge.
Oh, jeez.
It's like 120 by 120 or something like that. Something stupid like that.
My God.
So in the Discord, since you put this, you typed this up, Billy.
Yeah,
I'm going to read this montage.
I love it.
So the party has been wandering through a lot of things. At one point, the party does get up against a massively huge tree, and it's kind of stuck there by what appears to be some kind of like cross between a bear and a lion. You're not exactly sure. It's just massive. It's huge, and it basically takes what's left of your meat before you can move on. At one point, Lila falls into the stream while crossing, and comes out just covered in leeches. Head to toe. All three of you are just like hiding while Lila's just picking them off. She's just pulling them off, takes off the dress and spends time pulling off the leeches. And
that's why we don't show it in real life. It's just
has to get help getting the ones off her back. And you guys can debate who had to do that. Ty, the nimble kitty, does wind up grabbing the wrong thing at one point while just jumping from tree to tree, and they have to invent a sap remover. Ty has to basically build himself something to remove the sap from the tree out of his fur. It's just everywhere.
Out of your fur.
He ends up using some of the oil from the lantern and a few of the components he uses for crafting, and makes this odd sort of liquid that it's basically goo gone. It's basically goo gone.
I heard you can put peanut butter on it. That'll get it out too.
Yeah, there are no peanuts out here, Lila. We stuck with what we got, but this is working okay.
Good.
And lastly, as Billy suggested, at one point, you guys are just enjoying yourselves, kind of singing a song. You've gotten the hang of this, and you come across the little gully, and there's a log across it, and you all just walk across, singing a song and dancing in the moonlight to get to the other side where you can actually set up camp, because the side you were on doesn't have a big enough clearing, a la The Lion King.
It's Hakuna Matata, everybody.
Y'all know that I'm Simba in this scenario. You all know that.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry,
So-
this is going out on YouTube, legally distinct from Disney's The Lion
Yes,
King.
legally
Montage.
distinct.
Right. We meant the other
as
Lion
in
King.
kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Not that one.
not
The
that
different
one.
Lion King.
Yeah, the
Right.
different
You've
one.
never seen it before. She's from Canada.
Hatada
Yeah.
Makuna. What a wonderful saying.
It means don't stress about it.
Exactly. For the rest of your life.
Okay.
It's not quite a passing phrase, but you could consider it as such for legal reasons.
Hmm.
God, I love that song. It just rolls off the tongue
It
so
does.
well.
So good.
It does.
It's such
It
an
really
earworm
does.
too.
All right.
All right.
So this is where you guys come in. And I'm not going to reveal everything on the map, but I will be revealing most of the map to you.
Okay.
So as I go, you're going to see this is going to expand a lot of what you can see. There is, right at the edge of what you can see, what appears to be some kind of very large, like, mansion or building of some kind. And it is in moderate shape, not like great shape, but moderate shape. So, you know, it still has a crumbling down door on it. The door to get in externally, it's kind of crumbling, but it's right here. If you can see. Yeah.
So the moment we see this, I grab everyone and I'm like, stop. Everyone, listen. You hear that? And then you see Ty's ears kind of flickering around a little bit. My treasure sense is tingling. We got something over there.
Well, if you want a diversion, I'm still down to help.
Yeah, it won't hurt us to take a little detour and check this place out. You never know what you
No.
might find.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true. There isn't a second floor in this place. It is just a giant one-floored building. It is huge.
Okay. Well,
Complete with huge door, I assume.
Yeah, it's a giant double door, but like one's off the hinge and the other's half rotted. Yeah.
sorry. Am I supposed to see a building right now? Because all I see.
No,
is
it's just on the edge of your line of sight. It's right over here. Is
Oh,
the
okay.
door.
Okay.
The reason I haven't revealed it is because once I start doing, you'll start seeing the inside of the building.
Right. Right. So it could be the inside of a Spirit Halloween. We don't know yet.
Right. You don't know what you're looking at yet.
Right. Okay.
I think it's safe to say it's not a Spirit Halloween.
Okay. Well, don't rule it out. It's an abandoned.
Spirit
house.
Halloween has not yet crossed dimensions to Galarian. It may eventually, but it's just not there yet.
It has the power.
It does have the power.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Okay.
grappling hook across this river here and go check out this random mansion in the forest.
All right, swing yourselves on over, set yourselves up where you want to be, and I'll reveal more if necessary of the map.
No more leeches.
Once we
You're
get
just-
go ahead.
You're just gonna keep that now, aren't you?
Keep what? Oh, the
grappling gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it back to you each time. I always give it back. I just snatch it again.
You're so good at this, I never even notice.
I know, it's crazy, right? It's almost like I got a +10 to thievery.
Yeah.
Once we get like a little closer, I would like to actually scout it out and look for any signs of anything. Like, do I see tracks that regularly are coming and going from this thing? Do I see any signs of life? Does it look like it's about to fall in on itself the moment we try to open the door? Things of that nature.
No. When you get so move yourselves up next to the front door if you want. What you want to do? There is at least around if you glance into that front door, you can kind of see that that's a stone floor down there. Like it's actual stone, at least where you can see in from the front door.
Okay, well,
There we go.
I'm going to steady myself and have my crossbow up and be like, okay, y'all powerhouses over there. Who wants to open a door?
Oh, no, thank you.
I wasn't talking to you, Lila.
I mean,
definitely not.
it looks like it's falling off the hinges. I think I can just. And Ishi just kind of reaches out and like touches the door and pushes just a tiny bit.
I've got my crossbow.
Yeah, the top half of the door swings down. The bottom half is you can hear it go as it rips out of the frame, as the nails rip out of the frame. And it doesn't do a door creak, it does a rip of the wood, half rotted wood, and the nails screeching against it. So you get that ripping, screeching mix as it collapses onto the floor with a bang.
Well,
Doors
there goes-
open.
There goes the quiet time.
Do we see anything? Like, since it made that much noise, I think we should just wait a moment and see if anything comes running out at us.
Yeah, can I try the hide?
You can try to hide. I mean, it's the jungle. Everybody gets like a +5 to hide.
Sweet.
Cool.
Stealth check?
Yeah, go ahead, make a stealth check.
Yeah, I did. What did I do? A 10.
You got to do more than stand out in the open, Lila. Just holding your hands over your face, that does not hide you.
Lila got a 15. She's actually behind a bunch of fern leaves.
Yeah, I'm behind a bunch of leaves, but I'm being really
She's
loud.
moderately
so I'm not
hidden.
hiding well.
I
It's
can
not well hidden.
Yeah,
She
I
get-
was just talking shit, but still.
And you can still hear her opening one of those candies.
All right. You guys should now be able to see more because your door, which technically is right here, has fallen down. This is the center of the door, that intersection right there. So are you guys going to head in? Because nothing happens. Like you stand there for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Nothing happens. Nothing comes out. Nothing makes noise inside. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay.
It's a good thing I hid.
Head on in.
Sneaky quiet. Let's be
Zero
very
escape
quiet.
door animation.
Okay. I'm doing my best to reveal just enough so you guys can see what's going on. There we go. So there is, from your point of view, a door right here, a door right here, and a door right here. And then on the other side of things, you see a door down here. There is there's nothing. There is a door right here. That's where the other one is. This is wood flooring. You can kind of see stone work through it. In these two sections, they are rolled. It is old. It is rotty. It is worn out. And there's definite step up from the stone onto the wood. This was definitely the entryway of a place that was full of gunk that you didn't want to bring into your house, because a jungle is that. Lots of stuff if you're tromping around barefoot, boots, whatever. You got wet, you got mud, you got dirt, you got leaves. It's just seems to be a place to take off your shoes. Not that that matters anymore. It is very worn. You can see, as you go deeper in, you can see that the wall, a chunk of the walls through here, is absolutely collapsing in here. They seem to have built some kind of lath and plaster type thing, and the plaster has just crumbled off and collapsed. This is mostly just exposed lath, just slats of wood stacked top to bottom, overlapping each other. There is no plaster left along this wall through here. It doesn't look like it might have had any in the first place. You're not sure. It is that worn out. Up here, this is a nicer wood wall through this section. So you're not sure what exactly that was. And there's a solid some mostly intact plaster through here. As you also scattered, broken furniture all over the place. Like, yeah. So what do you want to do?
I cast Detect Magic. 30-foot emanation.
Okay. There's nothing in your immediate vicinity.
Fair enough.
Although there might have been something from this direction. You're not quite sure.
That seems interesting. You said there's a wall here. Is there like holes? Can I see towards the other side?
Not really. It's definitely like layers of lath covering it up, so you can't. It's like you're trying to peek through a tiny. That you're like, there's another wall ahead. You can't really see anything else.
What if I stabbed through it with my short sword?
The wood just rots, so yeah, it kind of collapses. What you see is it's another stone floored room. So you made your hole in this chunk of wall right next to the door. I mean, the partially rotted door is right here.
Yeah, I'm being careful. You know.
There's cobwebs. Like, there's no spider webs. It's nothing but cobwebs, abandoned webbing everywhere.
Well, everybody knows I am a paranoid kitty, so once I look through there, I'm not seeing anything yelling or screaming, so I'm going to open the door.
Okay. This room, you can tell, once had a wood floor on it. It doesn't anymore. There is a collapsed and destroyed rotted bed inside. So a wardrobe, kind of like a wardrobe in it. And then there's a hole in the ground.
Okay.
How are we for lighting in here? Like, we can all see. It's like there's.
You can all see. There's yeah. It's fine. You guys have. There's a few open. There's some boarded up windows that aren't great, but it works. You guys have an ever burning torch. Everything has a slightly blue hue to it. There's some holes in the ceiling, so that's another factor.
Okay.
It's just low light conditions, not dark vision conditions. To be fair, the hole in the ground you'll need dark vision to go into.
Casting.
Lila is now sitting on the broken bed, I see.
Yeah, we got to sit down if we can.
Another Detect Magic, just making sure it's in this area.
There is something down here.
Hey,
it's down. You're not sure exactly how far, because it is, it's a dark hole in the ground. You would need to go dark vision or that ever burning torch to go down there.
Yeah.
Can you can you move and control dancing lights or no?
It doesn't take more than an action to do dancing lights, so I could like shoot them and then shoot them again and then shoot them again.
Okay, but can you move them once they're made? Like, can you send one down the hole, or is that not how it works?
I don't. Let me read real
Just
quick.
shoot them in the hole.
Yeah.
I could just shoot them down the hole. They go to 160 feet or 120 feet down. So,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that might be the.
I'll just fire a bunch of dancing lights down there.
Okay. There is the hole is about 10 feet deep.
Oh, I didn't need to go all the way down.
No, you've lit up the floor, and it's a little hard to see, but it appears there might be a chest at the bottom.
It's so bright down there, I can't see anything. All right, I'll turn it off, and then everyone's gonna get those spots in their eyes, like after vision.
10 feet's nothing to me. I can just jump on down there.
Yep.
So I will.
As long as you can see
Careful about
in the
that.
dark.
Well, I can't see in the dark, but I do have the ever-burning torch, so I will just hold on to that and take a nice little jump down. I can catfall so that I won't take damage.
So he jumps down with the ever-burning torch, but what Holly can see before that even happens is there is a chest down there. There's a bunch of rotten bags of gold and silver down there, but you're not sure how much because it's rotten and it's at the bottom of this well, and you can only see in black and white. So you're not sure exactly what it was. And the chest also looks like it might be partially rotten, so you're not sure how much can actually be brought back up.
Oh, not to worry about that. I gave Ishii one end of my rope before I jumped down there. I got some sacks. We can just collect up all of this and kind of do pulley system. You know what I mean?
Are we really robbing this place?
How's it robbing? There's nobody here. It's ancient.
Yeah, it's very rotted and wet and.
Do I see anything else down here besides like coins in the chest?
Yeah. If you'd waited to listen to Holly, you would have also found out that there was a body down there.
Ah!
Oh.
And when I say body, I mean skeleton.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that water you're standing in that's leaking in through the walls is definitely fetid. So I'm going to need you to make a fortitude saving throw.
What were you saying, Holly? You were going to say something?
Yeah, there's a skeleton down there. It doesn't seem like anybody's been down there for a minute, but be careful about the mold.
Yeah, that's 10. I do, however, have a lesser plague potion.
You might need that later. You are definitely infected with something.
Oh,
you just don't know it yet.
Disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
All told, what you pull out of there is not that much. In reality, it's just everything had fallen out of the chest and a couple of sacks, and it was basically flat down there. And the skeleton was kind of in the way, so you wind up getting roughly 40 pieces of gold and 30 pieces of silver and like 3 necklaces.
I'm just going to put that
All
in the
of them
party.
have rubies on them.
Oh, rubies. Are there any markings other than, like, is there any sort of, these just look like costume jewelry or like?
You're not sure. You haven't taken the chance. You haven't had the chance to really figure it out. You just know there are 3 ruby necklaces.
Okay, 3 ruby necklaces.
Yep.
Is that what? Well, I'll find out in a little bit because I'm actually good at that sort of thing. Identification. Yeah. Actually, I can just quick identify it once I get back up because it only takes a minute.
You could, but let's keep exploring because we've only got 15 minutes left in the episode.
Oh, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll count it all at the end. Yeah.
All right.
How do you feel? Did that water get in your mouth?
It's going to take a few days for anything to happen. So just make a notation that you are infected right now.
Oh, no.
Something like that.
It's not like cancer, P. Thank you very much. So are you going to explore all the remaining rooms in this place? And in what order do you explore them?
Lycanthropy. Okay. I'll just go, counterclockwise. Why not? Just.
Okay. All right. You come to this room right here. Everybody needs to make a search checks, please. Investigation, I think, is this actual skill.
No.
Is it which?
There's no investigation check in.
I think it's just perception.
Perception, yeah. It's just perception, then, yeah.
Okay.
God, I'm so good at seeing stuff this episode.
Yep.
Specialize.
You know what? I'm just gonna guide people. I'm just gonna guide Tybal next time. I can't look at anything. Bullshit.
All right.
Keep looking.
So Ty, Ishi, and Holly all notice that there seems to be a door back behind this a mirror over here. Like the mirror is blocking it.
How is the floor in this area? Judging by the map, I'm assuming that
It's solid. There doesn't seem to. It's like any of the where you see like the black holes and things in the flooring, you see stone underneath it.
Oh,
okay, all right.
The maps,
We don't have to
I
worry-
just
we don't-
can't I literally just can't layer them up so you can see stone under the woodwork.
Okay, cool.
this
I was
looks
worried
like
about like stepping on
fall,
rotting wood
yeah.
and falling through. Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries about rotting wood through here. So, what are you going to do about that door? This wall, by the way, is
door?
in perfect condition.
What are we
What
looking at
door?
over here?
There is a door behind the mirror.
Which wall? This one?
This one, yeah.
Okay, all right.
This wall is in, unlike the rest of it, like even this part of the wall up here, there's like a chunk of it that's starting to fall apart. But everything through here is in perfect condition. This one chunk of this section of wall.
Can I check that
I
for
don't-
traps?
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know much about architecture, but when a building rots, it sort of all rots at the same rate, right? It doesn't rot from the
Yes.
outside in.
No, that's weird.
No. Technically it does rot from the outside in the jungle, but once the roof collapses, once the roof gets holes in it, everything just rots at the same rate. So everything should be in a roughly the same condition, but this wall seems to have been either repaired or not touched, and you're not sure why that would be.
Maybe someone is here.
Yeah, I'll definitely examine that door, check for traps.
All right, go ahead. Roll
Can I
your thievery.
argue crafting? 'Cause I feel like that would work. Whatever. 17.
Thievery. You're fine. There are no traps on the door.
Is it locked?
Nope.
Yeah.
It just seems to have been poorly hidden behind a mirror, hoping somebody didn't notice it.
Wow. I don't see anything but the mirror.
Okay. I'm gonna step back out of the way and just open the door like with one hand, and then just in
Nothing
case.
happens. There are some boarded up windows in here that are like letting in a little bit of light. The only thing that is really lit up is your ever burning torch. There is a functional bed that is not moldy in here, and there is a writing desk.
This is weird. There's no magic on it? Like,
Nothing. Nothing. Any magic that may have been on it is no longer there.
so is the side of the wall that I'm on, like rotted, and then the other side, it's like
Nope.
pristine, or okay.
No. The whole wall is pristine, which means whoever tried to repair it did a poor job disguising their repair.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna rummage through the writing desk.
You find a journal. I'll describe the journal later, but you found a
Okay.
journal. And let's keep moving through the rooms.
Head to the next one, I guess.
That room you cannot access from here.
I mean,
Start chopping.
we have a guy
The
with
room-
an axe.
Yeah.
Literally, the room you clicked on is not one you can access from there. The next room on the doors is this room out here in the center. It has a very large, collapsing and rotting dining table in it. It is also in here that you see a couple of statues. On the shields of those statues, there is you can kind of make out that it might have been painted red at one point. What looks like a snake's head with like red eyes, like ruby eyes. So, yeah. Maybe. That might have been the symbol of the family that lived here. There are 2 doors in this room. There is one right here, and there is one right here.
I think I'm gonna cast detect magic again. 30-foot emanation.
Nothing.
Okay.
Bing, 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 bing.
Nothing.
That's
Do
such a weird
we want to
thing.
check up, or do we want to check north, or do we want to check east?
East.
East. Okay, east it is. You find the storage room for all the chairs that should have been around that kitchen table or that dining table.
Sweet.
And a few other things. It looks like this is where basically they just stored all the spare furniture. It is rotted. It is falling apart. The nearest thing that you can access, there seems to be a couple of old wardrobes in here. But if you crawl along and open the doors, there's nothing in them. Not even moth-eaten clothes. They were just spare things that have been left here.
Oh, Ty crawled all the way over there to look and then came back again.
Yes, I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. And so now you're checking north. And this is the kitchen. And as you go along, you can see out the windows. There's any windows that you pop open or anything like that, you can start to see the backside of things, and it's just jungle out there. The kitchen up here. Are you searching the kitchen?
Yeah.
Roll.
I'll guide you, Ty. I'll guide you. +1.
Thank you.
Guidance.
26.
Okay, anyone else helping Ty search, or are you moving on to a different room to search on your own?
I can help with the search because I'm already by the kitchen.
Okay.
Checking all the cupboards. That's my guidance.
All right,
So
roll
just
your...
need perception, right?
Yeah, just roll perception.
Cool.
Oh, no.
Holly, you are very confused by the fact that this... you are very intrigued by this baker's oven that is sitting here in place of a fireplace. Because it has got all the tools and stuff for making bread, like multiple little slots to slide things in and out of. And it is exactly what you had always thought a bakery should have, but you never were able to get for yourself.
Holly,
and
this is salt. This is salt, Holly. This is salt. Use it.
So you're up here just staring at investigating this oven.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ty, you
Checking the
find...
road. She's trying to figure out if she can recreate one herself.
Yeah. Whatever you're distracted by the fancy oven. That's literally what happened.
Cool.
It's not perfectly distracted, like somebody else responding would get you away from it. If it'd been in that one, then yeah, you would have been like face first in the oven crawling around.
Oof.
But yeah, Ty, you managed to find in here a perfect set of chef's knives that are not remotely rusty.
What is going on with this kitchen?
This is interesting. The moment I
There's
find that,
the table, there's a little cooking table space that's actually in good condition, and the knives were there, like wrapped up in an oilcloth bag. A chef's bag, right? So to wrap the knives up and stuff. So it's kind of like whoever had handled that room you found seems to have had some very nice cooking equipment kept in this room.
Yes, chef.
They're not magical remotely. They're just perfect condition chef's knives.
A good set of knives is magic. Don't discount a good set of knives.
hey, Holly, I'm not
Yeah.
much of a chef, but you seem like you want to be. So what? I found these knives here. You might be able to practice your trade.
I will look past that comment and pocket some knives.
Holly looks at you funny though.
That's it. They're
Taj-
good knives. Put them to good use.
Yeah, I just trying to be nice. You know, you came along with us and has been following us around, so figure I might as well let you have them.
All right, I'll need everybody to roll 2 more search checks.
I can't guide you for another hour.
That's okay.
So
Jesus.
Ishi, you are all about the perception.
I'm so good at seeing things.
So in
It's
the
the vantage
next,
point. I'm up high.
in the next room that you go to, it is a very nice bedroom / bath. There's a giant copper bath in here, but there's also 3 bedrooms or 3 beds. You think it might have been the servant's bedroom because it is, 3 in 1 as opposed to the other 2 bedrooms you found, which just had large, fancy beds in them. And these are just 3 normal ones. And in this room, both Holly and Ishi successfully find a set of papers wrapped up in oil that describe the actual who this family was, what was going on, all that kind of things. So that's and that can be very valuable when somebody wants to know what happened to the rich people that used to live out in the woods. And there's actually a journal in there from what appears to be the butler. And then in this last room, right over here.
Hello.
Holly, you're reading the paperwork. It is very interesting. Ishi has abandoned it to you and gone into the next room. And in searching this room, Ishi, you find in the wardrobe a pristine set. Like it has an enchantment on it, but the enchantment is never wrought. Like it is just nice clothes that are just maintained at that level. You find the pristine set of and it was behind a panel, right behind a panel, hidden away kind of thing. You're like, oh, this wardrobe looks a little small. Click. Oh, hey, ooh. And there's a perfect, gorgeous set of you would just if you've ever seen if you look at like the European brocade clothes from like the mid 1800s that that you would have seen like the military wear in Prussia, like that style of a uniform, that it's perfect. Tails on the short tails on the coat. It is designed like fancy military dress uniform, and the shoulder epaulets make you think that it may have been and the braid that's with it think that it may have been with like a colonel or a general, somebody really high ranking that you would not normally expect to live this far out from civilization. So you don't know who moved. You know who moved here, and you have all their notes. So once you go through all of everything, you could place where this particular uniform came from, and stuff. But it is just in perfect condition. It will never damage. Like it will. You could cut it up and fight and stuff, but it will never get blood stains. It will never get rot, and it will never have that's the only enchantment on it. Kind of ridiculous, cool. Really.
Cool.
Still a good enchantment.
It is. It is a good enchantment. So we have reached the end of our session. Our time has come to an end. I know we have. She's got to run to another. Tensei's got to run to another game. Billy's got to go eat, that kind of thing. So we're gonna call it here. I will see everyone back in 1 month for the next session. Episode 13 of the game. We are nearly done with this wandering through the woods section. So this took about what I expected it to take. And we'll move on from here into the next phase of hunting for things.
I
And
really thought a family of bears was going to show up at the end. Like I really thought
Yeah.
like this was going to happen, but
They're just gonna.
I'm sorry, you are not Goldilocks. You are not. I mean, Holly could be is closer to Goldilocks than Lila is.
what? I wander into people's houses and take stuff all of the time. How am I not any different than Goldilocks?
So we'll go from here, and you guys will have. I'll leave the notes for you on what the journal that you found in that hidden bedroom was, and what the magical item you found was.
Mystical item.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks so much. Sorry for
All
being
right.
late again.
No worries. We'll see you next month. Have a good time. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.